Around the world and across industries, more generations than ever before are working together. According to the Pew Research Center, millennials, those born between 1981 and 1996, represent 35% of the U.S. workforce, followed by Gen Xers, those born between 1965 and 1980, at 33%, baby boomers born between 1946 and 1964 at 25%, and post-millennials or Generation Z born in 1997 or later at 5%, and then the silent or greatest generation born in 1945 or earlier at 2%. It's a good idea for each generation to capitalize on the specific talents that everyone brings to the workplace rather than focusing on our differences. It will pay to find out what your potential coworkers care about, how and why they work the way they do, and what you can learn for them. Okay, boomer, the inverse of the old kids these days simply isn't helpful in the workplace. If you take the time to learn about each generation, you might just find out that you have more in common than you think. Boomers, the same generation that brought the world Woodstock, protested against their parents, rejected and redefined traditional values, are now the group that is being called out of touch. Generation X, my generation, were adults by the time the smartphones came into play, and those years without a screen to turn to for every answer allowed us to learn the importance of interpersonal skills. As a result, Gen Xers are able to make stronger connections and collaborate more naturally in the workplace, which is a great thing. Millennials, well, I'm pretty sure millennials do more than just eat avocado toast. And similar to boomers, they tend to seek new challenges at work and aren't afraid to question authority. And Generation Z gets a bad rap as being all digital all the time and lacking interpersonal skills, but studies show that Gen Z actually wants more personal communication. A 2019 study notes that Generation Z overwhelmingly prefers talking on the phone and face-to-face contact when it comes to important interactions with local businesses. When given the option, Gen Z will choose a direct, personal conversation over all other means of communication. This shit is so important in your office. Having coworkers who actually get up from their desks to talk to you instead of sending an email to someone only 20 feet away could solve a lot of communication problems. What I'm trying to get at here is that it's never a good idea to make a blanket assumption about a whole generation or any group of people for that matter, and that each generation has something to learn or gain from every other generation, especially in business. Fun fact, sunsets on Mars are blue. What do they do? Is that what some people do? They're like, I can't even do it now. All right. Are now being called, I'm out of practice on the teleprompter. I thought it was too early to pour a big glass of wine. Everybody loves a big close-up of their face.